Good afternoon. This is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming. And I bring you all my friend here. What's your name and what are you playing?
Hey guys, my name is Ricky Rojas Armstrong. I'm part of Team Bible Study. Today I played a really big version of Brandon, so like a 53 card version to be specific. The deck is super cool. It has a much higher ceiling than normal Brandon. You do play more bricks, which is why you play more cards, so you draw the bricks less. But I do think the deck is really good. I got to play my friend Nick here in the finals. Shout out to him. He made some pretty crazy boards, but I drew it really well. So I was able to break it game 2.
Super Poly is a hell of a card.
Super Poly is a really good card. And then game 1 I made like a really strong board. So
he did what I was trying to do.
Exactly. Yeah. I won the dice roll. And with combo mirrors, that is what it is. So real quick, I just want to shout out to Team Bible Study Yu-Gi-Oh! Shout out to Nick's channel. Subscribe to both of them. I always upload my branded stuff there, so you can see more of it. All right.
Absolutely.
Let's get into it.
All right. Let's see these ratios.
So just for some qualifications, I got top 16 at the last regional with a more normal version of Branded Despia, and I found that the power level of the deck just didn't match the amount of times it breaks, right? So the deck was inconsistent, and it didn't have a high enough power level to match those breaks. So I felt that by adding Keeper, it made your deck not only more powerful, but also more consistent because you had more one-card starters that made a more powerful board.
So explain what this guy does.
Yeah, absolutely. So this card on normal summon activates its effect, discards a card from your hand for cost, and then it searches for a fusion or polymerization normal spell. So this can add a bunch of targets. The main ones being Branded Fusion, Instant Fusion, and Fusion Deployment. And there are different combos where you add all 3 of them. For example,
pretty insane.
Yeah, if you open this guy and Branded Fusion, or this guy and Instant Fusion, you usually end up adding Fusion Deployment because what you do is there's a line where you summon Dragoon before you activate Branded Fusion, which gives you protection from Ash Blossom. So not only is this deck more powerful, it's more consistent, and it plays through hand traps better because of Keeper and Instant Fusion.
Yeah, you have more ways to access the cards you need.
Absolutely. This is definitely the best card in the deck. I played 3 Fauna Valvas.
You're not afraid of bricking on this dude?
I think when I play more cards, I'm definitely less worried about bricking on it. Because I play 53, I really actually want to draw this card because a lot of times it lets you push through Ash Blossom. I also play the Fright Fruit package, so that lets me Fusion Summon with Fauna Valvas and make Mirror Jade. A lot of times the hands that are kind of rough are the hands where they have like 2 hand traps. So let's say they have Imperm Ash or Ash Nibiru, and hard drawing Fauna Valvas usually lets you play through it and make at least Mirror Jade. And then if they only have 4 cards to play, then Mirror Jade almost guarantees you don't die. And as long as you don't die, then you win on the crackback because you play Brandon.
Makes sense. Because Mirror Jade's going to clear the board.
Yep. And then Triple Albert.
You gotta play this guy.
You gotta play it. Yeah. You play a bunch of cards, so it's not a big deal. You're playing 6 normal summons. I always side one out, going second, so you don't brick on it. So
yeah,
that's it for the 3 of monsters. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not it. We have Engine Chain as well. So
3 chain as well.
Yeah, 3 chain, and then for the rest of the engine, I played 2 copies of Patchwork and 2 copies of Polymerization.
So yeah, explain this to me.
Yeah, so I think Chain is one of the better cards to draw in combination with Keeper. When you draw Chain plus Keeper, it gives you something that you can discard off Keeper that adds resources, mid-combo. One of the problems with Keeper is that it discards for cost. And one of the ways to alleviate that is playing multiple copies of Edge of Chain.
Because they'll trigger them.
Exactly, when you draw them together, they're good. I also play Allure of Darkness. So this is just a bunch of ways to get more darks in hand, so that way Allure of Darkness is not as dead as consistent.
Yeah, it's a draw too.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know my build like a year ago. I was playing 2-3-2. I don't know, Poly.
Yeah.
But I like your version because you do a lot of discards.
Exactly.
He's discarding. Your fusions are
discarding. The fusion monsters are discarding.
Rebellion's discarding.
Exactly. You discard a lot, so you really want to draw Edge for sure.
Yeah.
And then for the 2 of Monster, I play 2 Mercurier. This is because I play 3 Allure, like I said before. And there are a lot of combos where you banish this card and you search another one at end phase, so that way you can play around, monster effects on your opponent's turn with Mirror Jade. So I think 2 comes up enough. It's also not a bad card to draw. I never complain drawing this card.
I say it's an extender plus a hand trap. It's hard not to like it.
Yep. And then for all of the 1 of monsters, there's a bunch. So bear with me. Cobra.
Yep.
And Bufo. These are for the Keeper of the Dragon combos. A lot of the combos are online, so I probably won't go over them in this video. But if you are interested, I think Super Saiyan was one of the guys who was playing this, who made a combo video on it. I took some of the concepts from his deck. I didn't take his deck profile because I like playing more cards in this version, but I did take the original combo, so that is credit to him.
Yeah.
And then I played Ad Libitum and Tragedy. I was playing 2 Tragedy for a while, but I felt like I just wanted to like reduce the amount of Brits I can have, and it's really like you don't ever use more than 1, so it's like if it gets banished off a Rysar, it's like awkward, but it's usually not too bad.
It's like even if it is banished off Rysar, it still triggers.
Exactly. Albion. So this is probably one of the only cards you could bump up to 2 or 3. I love this card. Drawing this card is really good. It's an inherent +1 because you get a resource in graveyard with the Branded Retribution, and it's an Upstart Goblin. So I might bump this card up to 2 or 3. I don't know.
It's a pretty solid card. It's like a little combo you do.
I'm just a little scared of Droll. A lot of people are playing Droll and Lockburn, and this card sucks against Droll. So that's one of the reasons why.
I still gotta get my play set because Droll's as crazy this format.
Cartesia, just play 1. You don't want to normal summon it. You already have 2 normal summons, so just play 1.
Yeah. You don't really special summon it so easy. It's just a good card.
Dark Magician, Dragoon, Burr.
Yeah, Dragoon. It's not even the worst brick because you can still fusion with it.
Exactly. There's plenty of times where you draw it and you just fusion summon with it and keep it.
Yeah, like game 1, he opened it and he still ended on like a stupid board.
Yeah, like a 10 interruption board. That's crazy. And then Rebellion Serenir.
So just 1/1?
Just 1/1. I side into 3 Magnamute, but these cards are just end-to requirements. This is probably one of the worst cards to draw in the deck for sure. This card and Cobra are probably the worst cards to draw in the entire deck, but it's not too bad. You know, you can still make 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say worst comes to worst. He's still a discard. He still adds something. And I do like you're playing Solanair because for a long time Solanair is the worst one, but now we realize it's a combo extender. So.
Exactly. Serenir is a combo extender and a hand trap. And it's also really good against like Sprite because it just puts a body on field that usually they have to deal with. So
yeah,
nice.
It's just big and it's annoying and it floats.
For the spells, I want to go through all these because a lot of these are self-explanatory. I played 3 of all of the consistency spells.
Yeah, these are just literally like engine pieces.
Yep, these are all insane. You draw any combination of 2 of these and you can play through like any hand traps basically.
Yeah.
Really good. And then I played, for my defensive cards, I played 5. I played 3 Super Poly, 2 Dark Villains.
Yep, lost to this fucking thing. This thing's
Really
stupid.
good. So the logic here is that you play a bunch of cards. Like effectively, you can think about it like you're playing a 50-card deck because you play 3 Allure Darkness, which just cycles through your deck. So you want to play cards that you can draw going second that single-handedly break the boards that are problematic. The worst boards for this deck are for sure Naturia Runic. Mat Beast is impossible because you play so many spells, right? And then the really OD other Branded Despia boards. And Super Poly is the best card against that. And I feel like Dark Riddle is the second best. So
yeah.
That's why I played 3 and 2. This card also helps you dodge hand traps. So.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, you draw going second and you just go.
Exactly. And then I play a bunch of 1-of spells. Let's not sit on them too long, but just Lost, Brandon Red, Foolish Burial, Call by the Grave, Brandon White, Gold Star, Instant Fusion. These are all super powerful. I don't hate drawing any of them. Even this card's great. Brandon White's fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen some lists cut it, other lists play it.
They're crazy. I would for sure this is one of the cards where
it does so many things.
In the future, if you start playing 2 or 3, that would not surprise me. The card's super powerful. It's Miracle Fusion, so.
Yeah, it's definitely really powerful.
And then the 2 traps. I don't play Gimmick Puppet anywhere, not because I don't think it's good, but I try to play to have fun, and that card reduces fun a lot. So
I will say that I am so happy he didn't give Puppet me in game 1. I was so expecting it to happen, and he didn't. And I was like, maybe he's just not playing it because I thought there was more Predaplants in the deck besides 2.
No, just 2. Yeah, you just get to them really consistently because you have 6 or 7 ways to get to them. So, but yeah, I don't play Gimmick Puppet. So that's one of the changes you could make.
Screw that card. It needs to be banned.
For the extra deck, the obvious stuff, 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Albion. This is a little controversial, but I play 1 of this. If you go second against Kashtira and they make the big board, the Lot 5 board, you're going to lose anyway. So who cares if they banish the 1? You never make more than 1. So I just play 1. I don't think you need 2.
Yep, absolutely.
This card for the Branded Predaplant combo.
It's insane.
If you don't know what this card does, this card is Kick Callous for Predaplants. On summon, it searches 1, and then it tributes to special summon 1. It is literally Kick Callous for Predaplants.
It's really stupid. It's a fusion target.
Yep.
It's crazy.
For my Super Poly targets, I play Mud Dragon,
Yeah.
Garura. They're necessary. You can side Garura, but I chose to main
I was going to say, this is just a guaranteed draw 1, plus he attacks twice. And that thing, literally making it protect all dark monsters is kind of insane.
Like playing through boards by protecting yourself from targeting is really good, especially against Kashtira. If you summon this guy, sometimes you just hard summon him with Polymerization, and then it turns off a Rysar and Fenrir, so it's really cool.
Yeah, because they have to target. And as I said, no more targeting.
Yep. Quertus.
Quertus is just solid.
Yeah, he comes up enough. No big deal. I still play him. And then we've got
And he floats, so
Yep.
worst comes to worst.
Wind Broom and Granule. These are like engine requirements, I like to call them. You send this one to have an additional interruption, and you make this one a lot to play your Ash Blossom. So,
It's a really solid card. Insane support that we got.
yep. Masquerade.
Time rules.
Yeah, so for a while I was playing the second Dragon Sepelia, but the problem is that it just comes up way too much where, first of all, you got time because you're punch reading all your cards because I play Predaplant cards, or second of all, like, you just need one monster that you can summon with your Desperate cards, and you don't want to summon Querdas because you want to summon Querdas on Quangan Oil, so I played Masquerade. And then the boss monsters, Dragoon Chimera.
Dragoon's stupid.
Both these cards are stupid. Both these cards are
Yeah, Guardian Chimera is like a chain 12. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And they can't target it because Polly's engraved.
Yep.
And worst comes to worst, you just brain red, summon it, and it's all kinds of stupid.
And for the side deck, I wanted to play cards that were very like blowouty, so like I could draw one and be safe because I play so many cards. So I played Ash Blossom. I only sided this in against Labyrinth and against Branded because I think those are the only decks that it's actually like a blowout against.
Yeah.
I didn't side it against any other deck, so I usually don't. Sometimes I guess Thunder as well, but that's like
Who's playing Flunder? Oh, I guess Ryan's playing Flunder.
Magnamute. This is the same logic. It's really good against Mathmech and the Mirror. It's a blowout card. You can draw just this card and be pretty confident you're gonna break their board.
Yeah, it's good against Lion Dark decks. If you're not going against Lion Dark deck, don't play it.
Yep. These cards.
They're stupid.
Yep. And
So-
these cards.
Yeah.
So these are all cards that you can draw one of and be pretty safe against a lot of the boards.
Non-once return destruction.
Correct.
Immediately just banishes everything. Back row, and yeah, this is basically just 3 copies of that. So, well, that's pretty insane.
Yeah. Well, thank you to Nick for having me on my channel. The channel.
Absolutely. What was your matchups today?
I played against Flunder, Flunder Patrol Runic. I played against Nick playing his Punk Pile.
Yeah, we got to table 1.
Yes, sir. I believe I played against a Kashtira, and then I played against a Marincess, which was probably one of my tougher matchups. That matchup was really hard. But
Yeah, Marincess is it's so like it plays.
Towers decks are hard for this decks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just plays through everything, kinda. Yeah,
Thank you guys.
absolutely. Take care.